On the topic of Trump presidency, he was flirting with the idea of 0% income tax. Now, you being kind of in the nitty gritty and knowing a lot of those people being in that sphere, do you think this is truly possible, or do you think this is just another thing that's thrown out, overpromise, underdeliver, which I feel like we've seen just every single campaign ever?
It's probably a little bit of both. I think he really knows how to just throw things out and see what happens. Like kind of just, it's just a balloon. You leave it out there for a little bit. It kind of floats around. Do people get interested in it or not? And then I think there's something real there too. There's a lot of people on the more libertarian side of this that think a consumption tax is the way to go, that you basically get rid of income tax, or the more traditional way would be that you be for a flat tax, which I would be
love
for
that.
I would be for a flat tax for sure. That's what I wrote about in my first book. We could pick what the number would be. So, you could say maybe it's 12 or 15%. Everybody pays it. And then to throw the lefties a bone. I don't know that this is moral or ethical or even financially sensible, but just to try to get something passed that you could get more people on board, maybe you exempt everybody under 50 grand. And then maybe if you're making, over a couple mil a year, it ticks up a tiny percentage. But that basically, you get like
and
99.
deductions or anything too, or is it just gross?
I mean, the idea of a flat tax is you're going to eliminate all of that, and you'll have a
you still need
one-page tax code.
deductions.
Well, no, you'll have deductions,
okay.
but you'll get rid of all of the other craziness, right? You're going to have a one-page tax code with virtually no loopholes, and that's it. To me, that would be a great way to do it. A consumption tax makes a lot of sense, though. Like, I really like the idea of if you could actually get rid of the income tax altogether. Okay, the government still needs some money to operate. Even post Elon Vivek crushing these agencies and all of the things, the government still does need money. So unless you want to be like total ANCAP about this, which I'm not, I like it intellectually, but I don't think we can fully operate that way in a country of 350 million people. I would say the consumption tax is a great idea. The more stuff that you buy and the more money that you spend, you'll be taxed on that money. People are always going to buy things, and they're always going to want things and need things. And in that sense, if you have a lot, it's not exactly that you're paying more in, but there's a well, I suppose you are paying more in, but it's more voluntary in that sense, rather than, oh, you make this much and we're taking 39.7% of it, and that's that. But again, I would only liken it back to the state income tax issue, right? Which is, how does Florida somehow manage to have roads and police and fire departments and
higher
all of
property
these things?
taxes there, right?
But it's marginally higher. Look at the property tax difference. I mean, you guys could try to pull it up if you want, between LA and Miami. It's not that different. There are some things there.
Like 1 to 2%.
1 to 2%, sure, but you're saving 10% on income tax, at least, especially if you're in the highest ratio. So there's a reason that people move to no income tax states. People aren't very excited when they're suddenly like, all right, I'm moving to Cali in New York so I can pay more in income tax. So even though that's not why I left LA, and I suspect that's not ultimately why you left Cali too. Wait, here there's no income tax, right?
No, nothing.
Right. So there's a reason it works.
And 0.7% property tax here, by the way.
You got a lot of space.
Capped at 3%,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
Yeah.